Hello, I'm Laura Ellis and I'm the founder and CEO. Hello, I'm Laura Ellis. I'm the Trusted Advisory Board founder. I'm just a board, let's just be honest.
I'm just bored.
Research in neuroscience has, of the past 10 days... How did that sound? Should I do that again?
Yes, that is me, Laura Ellis. Before I realized I was overwhelmed by the size of the task. Telling you about the neuroscience research without any context of how exactly the knowledge would help you achieve business results was an error of judgment. It's why I decided to share how the same knowledge has helped me build a different future for my business. Each one of us has a unique story that begins on the first day of our life. Mine started in Eastern Europe, in a country that borrowed the communist ideology from our neighbors, the Soviets. In 1950, my town was renamed Stalin to honor the communist leader. We also embraced the Soviet sentiment for education and culture, and we started to infringe human rights, one by one. There were many conflicting things in my world for which I sought answers. What was the point of studying English from the age of 3 and then add French from the age of 7 till the end of college if communicating with a Westerner was punished as an act of treason? And why were we able to see how Westerners live their lives by watching them at sport events, in entertainment shows, and in the best of American, British, French, and Italian cinema if we're never going to have access to the same things or even the opportunity to travel outside Romania? Today I know that learning a foreign language, irrespective of the age, has a visible effect in the area of the brain involved with memory, problem solving, and creativity. We understand today that from a neuroscientific point of view, imagining an act and doing it are not as different as they sound, and that how we perceive the world around us is affected by our imagination to a much greater degree than we perhaps realize. Throughout my life in communism, I started to question and challenge everything and everyone, and I developed an aversion for operating within boundaries because I had to respect so many. However, in the end, everything turned out to have a benefit. And being part of the bloody revolution that freed my country restored my belief that we can shape our future. I was 21 then, and shortly after I moved to England, and 13 years later I relocated to Canada. I would admit, with every beginning, I used to believe that it is perhaps too late for me to change in ways that allow me to integrate in what were no doubt two completely different societies. It turns out that I was wrong, because our brains are so extremely powerful. They exist to enable us to adapt and progress with every new experience we encounter by expanding what we already know.
So here are 3 things that I want to leave you with. Firstly, allow your business to operate the same way your brain does. The brain doesn't differentiate between the information and where it comes from. So a sound or an image, it's seen by the brain the same way as an electrochemical signal. Look for opportunities to do the same in your business by removing barriers between functions, between roles, between departments, so the information and the knowledge can travel freely throughout and can inform all the business decisions. Secondly, the brain builds mental models from everything you've encountered throughout your life. I used to think that the models I created in Romania were the right models until I moved to England and I realized that a lot of them don't apply. So I had to update my models so I can integrate. And then to do the same when I moved to Canada. So next time you have an argument or a disagreement with someone, just try to understand their models and incorporate theirs into yours to arrive to a better solution. And finally, turn on the power of your imagination. What the mind imagines actually creates physical traces in our brain. So keep rehearsing in your mind all the situations that you are uncomfortable with. Imagine from beginning to the end having a conversation with your boss, asking for a rise, or having a conversation with your direct report and giving not so nice feedback. I don't do enough of that myself, but whenever I watch sports on television and I see someone on a podium, I'm immediately reminded that before they got to that podium, those people have done the same thing over and over again. I hope you can find something in today's vlog that is of use to you. And please send me your comments and your questions. I'll be happy to answer them. For those of you who want to know more about brain science, I have included 2 videos from TED Talk that will give you more information. Have a great week.